Hi, this is Mr. Shumway. This video clip explains some of the questions that you might see on our midterm, and they're kind of focused around questions you might see on the ACT as far as the things that we've learned so far. So A equals 5B plus 6C minus 4. What happens to A if B is decreased by 1? So let's just put a little note here, down by 1. And C is increased by 2. Okay, so whatever happens to B is multiplied by 5. So if B goes down by 1, the whole thing is going to go down by 5. And if C goes up by 2, that's multiplied by a 6. So I'll go up by 6 times 2, which would be up by 12. So up 12 and then down 5, that turns out to be up by 7. The maximum area of a rectangle with a perimeter of 120 inches is what? Well, we know that the 4 sides of this rectangle add up to 120. And I'll just let you know that the greatest area for a perimeter of a rectangle will be a square. So we know that these sides will be the same. And if I go all the way around, so 4s equals 120. So we divide by 4, and so s equals 30. And so s times s is the area, so 30 squared, which is 900. If 4 minus 5 times the quantity x minus 7 is greater than 8x plus 14, then, well, let's go ahead and multiply the negative 5 times the 4. So let's put the 4, and negative 5 times x is negative 5x. And negative 5 times a negative 7 is 35, so I'm going to say plus 35. That is greater than 8x plus 14. Well, now we want to put all of the x terms on one side or the other, and we also want to combine like terms. So I have 4 and 35, so here I have negative 5x plus 39 is greater than 8x plus 14. And then I can add 5x to each side. So I have 13x plus 14, and that is less than 39. If you read from the right to the left, anyways, we'll go ahead and subtract the 14. And that gives me 25 is greater than 13x. And we're still getting simpler and simpler as we go. We divide by 13. That says x is less than 25/13 if you read from the right to the left. So the calculator says 1.923. And so if you round to the first 3, you'll just call it 1.92. And if you wanted to write it with the x first, remember the smaller side is pointing to the x, and then you put the 1.92, and you would read that as x is less than 1.92. Makes it easier to read if you go left to right. So we want to graph this expression. So here's 0, here's negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry about that, the microphone is back on now. Okay, so from negative 5, it says it's negative 5 is less than x. So we're going to put a circle there, but we're not going to fill it in. And from there, maybe I ought to change the color so we can see it better. I'm going to graph all the way to 10, and not quite there. Oh yes, it is there, because this has the, also it's equal to, so we're going to do a solid point on that side. So it goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 above -5, clear up to 10. So last one, if 3x divided by 2 is -5, it equals 4, then, well, let's add 5 to each side to get rid of that. That'd be 9. And you have 3x divided by 2. Well, the opposite of divided by 2 is multiplied by 2. Oops. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we just have 3x is equal to 18 divided by 3. And you have x equals 6.